Yo, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder responds to Anthony Joshua, his first pro loss at the hands of Andy Ruiz. He got stopped via knockout, 4 knockdown knockout. Wilder responds. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. If you're new, consider subscribing. I'll jump right into it so I don't keep you guys waiting. Wilder's verified page, he said he wasn't a true champion. His whole career consisted of lies, contradictions, and gifts. Facts. And now we know who he was running from who. Oh, now we know who was running from who. To this day. Facts, Bomb Squad, to this day. Wow. It's, crazy. Wilder's genius. He announced that he's fighting, Ortiz in a rematch and then Tyson Fury in a rematch in this particular post. I told you the momentum was shifting towards this man. He said he had a big announcement. He tried to fight Joshua all of last year. Joshua has squandered a huge opportunity. He could have got $50 million, 50% of the back end, and Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua try to let him marinate, try to play games, try to go and bamboozle the American public, and they overplayed their hand in a major way. Now Joshua, instead of getting $50 million plus 50% of the back end on a pay-per-view, they just fought on DAZN, which is a streaming app. We got to wait to see what the numbers on a card that wasn't even that big versus had they joined with Showtime and did a joint deal or something, then they could have maybe had a better, because Showtime has more fighters. Al Heyman, BBC has more fighters. They could have maybe put up a better card. Now Joshua just lost his belts, dropped 4 times, an embarrassing performance for a lot less, I would imagine, than $50 million plus 50% of the back end. I can't wait to hear what the numbers are. Meanwhile, Deontay Wilder's winning sports Emmys. He had a vicious knockout, and it's just a bad look. And now he says, "You see who was running from who? I wasn't running from anything." He couldn't even beat Andy Ruiz. Look at the size difference. That's a bad look, man. Look at how big he looks next to him. This is Andy's night. Congrats, champ. Class act. The Rock says, "Class act. You'll be back better than ever." They just overplayed their hand. I really don't know how much of it is Joshua versus Barry and Eddie Hearns trying to have this master plan, but it's apparent that this is what it was, and, we just called it. Let me get off his page though, before he try to trip out. He just called it. Wilder said, "I told you, I'm the man out here. I'm the baddest man in the planet." People doubted him, said he should have signed to DAZN. He's not worth 50-50. He deserves 10%. They disrespected the man. You see what his shirt says, #1 heavyweight champion of the world. And he meant that, Now it looks like Luis Ortiz, and then if he gets past him, a rematch with this man, Tyson Fury. But it's a bad look, totally a bad look for Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearns, DAZN. And I would rather lose to Wilder, a champion, chasing greatness and to try to be undisputed, than lose to a 5-week Ruiz who, wasn't really known about, doesn't look the part for casuals, only had 5 weeks to train and prepare. Wilder knocks everyone out. So worst case scenario, if he were able to do that to Joshua, which clearly I think he would do, I've always said that. Had he done that, there's no shame in it. Luis Ortiz has bounced back with some wins. He's about to fight him again, stuff like that. So you would at least been chasing greatness. And if you were able to beat him, then props to you. But you just lost for a lot less money. And it was an embarrassing loss, Now Wilder just goes on about his business. He's clearly the biggest heavyweight. This is all what new media said, So I appreciate you guys for supporting. Definitely Wilder's time. We got to see how Tyson Fury looks. It's looking like the year of the upset and the year of the underdog. So nothing's a given in this current marketplace. But let this be a lesson to all the promoters, all the networks stalling these fights out, and the people in suits. People in the suits robbing the fans of these fights, and then you see shit like this happen. Nothing's promised. we got to get this shit rocking. We got to build this sport back. The heavyweight division is back. Let's keep it there. You know, I don't know what Joshua's going to do. Maybe he goes and rematches Andy Ruiz, but I have questions about his mentality. I don't know. Maybe he wants time off. Maybe he takes a year off. Maybe he chooses to fight a tune-up fight. Maybe he even retires. I wouldn't put that past him. You know, Marvin Hagler was so distraught when he lost to Ray Leonard. He just moved to Italy and started acting and retired. So, you know, boxing's a grueling sport. AJ made good money in it. So I don't know. I don't know what the outcome will be, but the stuff that I said came true. Congrats to Andy Ruiz. Wilder, that's his response to it. He said, guess who was running from who? What do they have to say now? Let me know what you guys think. If you're new, consider subscribing. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.